Hey friends, here's a short little flow to get your day started. All right, come into a comfortable seated position. I have a blanket underneath me, grab one if you wish. Not necessary though if you don't. Hands down on your knees, sit up nice and tall, pull your shoulders back and down your back. And then inhale, let the arms float out to the side and all the way up. Touch your palms above your head. And then exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. And maybe you want to close your eyes and do this a few more times. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Touch your hands above your head and then exhale, hands to the heart. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, set a positive intention for your practice today. Something to help motivate you. Something positive. Right. Maybe something as simple as, I'm going to feel grateful today. All right. And then gently blink open your eyes or keep them closed. You can take your right arm out to the side. Left arm comes up and stretches over, feeling your side body stretch. And then flip your palm up, inhale up, then the right arm comes up and over. Feel the side body stretch. And then let's flow back and forth like this a few times. Inhale up, exhale to the right. Inhale up, exhale to the left. Inhale up, exhale right. Inhale up, exhale left. A few more times. Feel like you're a little like seaweed, just kind of floating in with the waves as you're moving in and out through the shore. I don't know, maybe a bad analogy, but trees blowing in the wind. It's a pretty heavy wind though. All right, one more time on each side. All right, beautiful. And then come back to the center. And hold on to the front of your knees. Switch the crossing of your legs, however you want to do that. And then come back to sitting nice and tall. Inhale, arms reach out to the side and up, touch your palms. Now you're going to twist to the right. So bring your right hand behind you, your left hand onto your knee. Inhale, grow tall in your spine. Without cranking too hard, just twist a little bit to the left. Or actually, it's the right, isn't it? Yeah, to the right. All right, take one more breath in. And gently unwind. Inhale, reach your arms up, and now we're going to twist to the left. All right, inhale, go tall in your spine. Exhale, twist just a little bit deeper to the left. So your left hand is behind you, your right hand is on your left knee, and you're twisting. All right, we'll take that into a little flow. Here we go. Inhale, unwind, reach up, touch your palms. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale up, exhale, twist to the left. Inhale up, exhale right. And inhale up, exhale left. One more on each side. Inhale, exhale. Just getting into the flow of things, getting into the flow of the day, right? Starting the day out and getting into our flow. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands together at your heart. Okay. Close your eyes and one more time, remind yourself of your intention. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Turn the corners of your lips up into a smile. Extend your legs out in front of you, give them a little shake. And then come on over to your hands and your knees. So this is where if you have the blanket, that'll feel good. Just place that under your knees. And before we go anywhere, tuck your toes underneath you and then sit back on your heels, getting a really deep toe stretch. Okay, I like to do this in the day. I wear a lot of sandals, flip-flops, so I feel like this helps. Just stretch the toes out, plantar fascia, then come on up to all fours, flatten your feet. Now sit back into child's pose with the arms extended out in front of you. So you're going to stretch for the front of the knees, the front of the ankles. Lower back feels out a little bit. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk your hands out a little bit further in front of you. Okay, and then inhale, rise up slightly. And then on your exhale, you're going to walk your hands over to the right. Okay, so walk your hands over to the right. Pressing down to the opposite sitting bone. And then inhale back to the center. Exhale over to the left. Bring your hands over to the left. Perfect. Then take one more breath in. One more breath out. And then your next breath in, walk your hands back to the center. And pull yourself up to all fours. Okay, so from all fours, with the toes either tucked under or feet flat, you melt your heart, lift your head, lift your tailbone for the cow pose, and exhale around into cat pose. Inhale, melt your heart, lift your head, lift your tail. Exhale around through your spine. Inhale. Exhale. So I'll leave you on your own to do a few more rounds. Just breathing in, breathing out. Going at your own pace. Just letting your breath guide you. Again, getting into the flow. Feeling your spine get into the flow. So the flow is your breath and your movement, syncing those up together. And then just notice how your day goes. See if you get in the flow. You'll know what I mean when it happens. Synchronicities occur. You find the thing you were looking for. Somebody that you've been thinking about, calls or texts. It's when you're in the flow. All right, do one or two more. All right, beautiful. Come to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back into dog pose. Maybe bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. And then do the opposite. Just gonna go back and forth a couple of times. Okay, and then hold down dog. Keep that nice and still, nice and steady. And then inhale, bring yourself forward into plank pose. So you can feel free to lower your knees down at any time. If you want to build a little strength with me here, we're going to hold plank for a minute or so. So press your heels back. Get your heels pressing back towards the back. So you engage your legs, lift above your kneecaps, so you're strong in your legs. Feel the thigh muscles turning on. Then bring your navel in toward your spine, so you feel strong in the core. You're pressing down through your hands, so your shoulders are over your wrists, or just almost over the wrists, not past them. But pressing down through the hands, feeling your arms strong, your shoulders strong, and then the crown of the head just reaching forward. The head's nice and relaxed. Okay, you can look back, you can look forward, but try to feel yourself strong here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, say to yourself, I am strong. Even if you have your knees down here, even if you're lowering your knees down, inhale, exhale, I am strong. Okay, do this enough times and you'll get stronger. You don't have to do it all today, just a little bit each day. Inhale, and now on your exhale, you're going to lift your hips back into downward dog. All right, perfect. Now, lift your right leg into the air. As you exhale, bring your right knee forward, all the way in between your hands. And then lower your back knee down onto this blanket if you have a blanket, or just onto your mat. And then walk your hands up on your knee and take a breath or two here. All right. So we're going to take the hands behind the back. So if you are tight in the shoulders, just pull your hands back, pull your shoulders back. If you have the flexibility, interlace your fingers behind your back and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just a little bit deeper into your front knee here. Make sure the knee doesn't go past the ankle. You're getting a deep stretch for the left thigh, the psoas muscle. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, release the hands, surround your front foot. Now we're going to straighten your right leg back and pull your toes back towards you and get a nice stretch for the back of the right leg. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. So you just need to do a little bit each day. Inhale, exhale. Do a little bit each day. You'll be amazed at the results. And then bend your knee, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and step back to downward dog. Okay, so from downward dog, you take the left leg into the air and bring your left foot all the way forward between your hands. Lower the right knee down, flatten the back foot, and then walk your hands up onto your knee. Help get yourself up there. And then, same thing as before, your shoulders back with palms facing forward, or interlace your hands. If you're gonna interlace your hands, do it the opposite way, so it feels a little funny. Now, if you do this enough times, over time, it won't feel as funny. The first few times you do it, it feels funny. It's like brushing your teeth with your left hand, or just do anything like that when you don't normally, normally do it a certain way. So yoga helps bring balance into our lives in subtle ways. This is one of the ways. Just switching the interlacing of the fingers helps, changes things a little bit, pathways in your brain. So take a deep breath in, exhale, release your hands, round your front foot, straighten your leg back, and breathe. Pathways in your brain, I don't know, I've heard books about it. I'm not a scientist, I don't know exactly what's happening, but I know it's changing something. I know it's improving things, it's improving balance. I just know the results. I've got to treat myself like a guinea pig with some of these things. I practice it, I try it, it works. I feel it, I do it, I share it. All right, bend your knee, step back to downward dog. All right, we're only going to do one vinyasa today, so you're going to inhale forward into plank pose. Either lower your knees down or lower your whole body down in one line. Flatten through your feet. Inhale, pull your shoulders up and back. And then exhale, we're going to just come back to child's pose. Exhale, come back to child's pose, bring your arms alongside your body. Okay, now that sequence we just did with the stepping the foot forward and back, you can do that multiple times. We're only going to do it once right now, just kind of showing you some things. So let's do pigeon next. Bring your hands forward, come on up to all fours. So you can make this practice as long as you want. Or, pause the video, do things a few extra times. Come into downward dog. And then bring your right knee to the outside of your right wrist, left leg back behind you. And we'll lower down into pigeon pose. So again, here's another one. If you want to pause it and take pigeon for a little bit longer, go for it. I normally like to do pigeon for 3 or 4 minutes. Even if I'm teaching vinyasa class, I'll finish off and have pigeon for 3 or 4 minutes. I do it all the time. It's my favorite pose. So I teach it in almost every class, and then I practice it myself all the time. So for me, it's easy for me to get into and just get right to it. But it is a very challenging pose. I remember when I first started practicing yoga, and pigeon pose was always one of the hardest poses for me, just from the mental aspect of it, just that intense sensation of my outer hip, just sitting with that, and then the thoughts that would come up and come through my mind. It was a trip. So I don't know, I look forward to it. But yeah, it feels really good, and I know that it helps. Know that it helps me in life. All right. So again, if you want to stay here for longer, you can. But I wanted to keep this practice short, so more likely to do it more often, right? So walk your hands in, come back up to downward dog. So again, you can do a vinyasa if you'd like to, if that's in your wheelhouse. Otherwise, bring your left knee to the outside of your left wrist, right leg behind you, and then lower down in the second side. I'll see you in a minute. All right, I'll see you in less than a minute, I guess. Thought of something I wanted to share. My friend Courtney told me about this. It's 4-4-4, and each day I've been trying to do this every day once the new year started, and I'm trying to create a habit of it. It's 4 things that you're grateful for. So each time you have this little moment, you say 4 things that you're grateful for. Okay, and then the next 4 is 4 people that you're sending love and light to. Could be anybody. And then the last 4 is, what are 4 things that you'd like to bring in to your life? So 4 things that you're grateful for, 4 things that you're sending love, 4 people that you're sending love and light to, and 4 things that you'd like to draw in, 4 things that you'd like to bring in. So think about it. Maybe it'd be fun to try. All right, come on up, sit off to the side, swing your legs around. I found it a really great way to start and end my day. Sometimes I forget in the morning, but I do it at night, but I've been trying to do it every day. It feels really good. It's kind of like setting an intention. All right, extend your legs straight out. Sit up nice and tall. Reach up high, and then fold forward. Grab your feet, your ankles, wherever it feels good that you can grab, and pull yourself down. But yeah, something about, gratitude is always helpful. That's one of the fastest ways to start feeling better, is to be grateful. And then doing something for somebody else, like sending just even your positive energy. There have been studies that show that's been proven that people can actually feel that at a subtle level. So, speaking of the brain, they've measured brain waves and done something, and I saw a study on it once, or a story on it once. Yeah, so it just feels good sending, thinking about somebody and sending them love, like we all have friends that are in need, and then 4 things that you're bringing in. So then once you've done that, what do you want? What do you want more of in your life? So come on up from the forward fold, lower onto your back, hug your knees in, and then got to do this little core thing that I've been doing. So looks really easy, and it's not. Hug your knees in, extend your legs straight up to the sky, palms down behind you, and then flex your feet. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, just going to bring your navel down towards your spine, so you're activating your core. We're going to slowly lower the right leg down to the earth. I mean 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, slow. And then tap the heel to the earth and just as slowly bring it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the left leg. Inhale, slowly lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, slowly bring it up. All right, right leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift it up. All right, left leg lower. Exhale, left leg lifts up. All right, right leg slowly lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lift it up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg, inhale, lower it down. Exhale, lift it up. Guess what? Last side, last one, right leg. Inhale, lower down. Oh, but again, you could pause the video and do this a bunch more times if you wish. Always an option. Left leg, slowly lower down. But I just wanted to show you a few things that I do that I've really found effective. All right, this has gotten easier and easier each time I've done it. And hug your knees in towards your chest. And as you can see, you don't have to do a lot to make it effective. And then extend your right leg all the way out. And then take your your left foot on your right thigh and twist over to the right. Scoot your hip under, take the left arm out to the left, a little universal twist. One more breath here. Okay, then return to your back, hug your left knee in, then hug your right knee in and extend the left leg out. Place your right foot on your left thigh, just above your knee, twist to the left, and then take your right arm out to the right. Okay, slowly return back to your back. Hug your knees in, and then place your feet flat down on the mat. Tuck your shoulders underneath your back, and then press your heels, lift your hips up, and find yourself in bridge pose. All right. So it's been pretty much a little all around, get a little bit of everything. Core, back bends, twists. Get the thighs, the arms, the shoulders. So a little bit of everything, a little bit of time. So I hope your day feels complete today. Untuck your shoulders, slowly lower the back down, and then bring the soles of your feet together with the knees out to the side. And you can do the rest here. You can bring one hand to your heart, one hand to the belly. That feels nice. Sometimes I like to bring both arms over the head and rest one hand into the other and have the elbows out just like the knees are out. Just feeling my whole body open. So right now, you're lying like this, you're open. You're open to opportunities. Your heart and lungs are open. You're open to health. You're open to all of the goodness that's coming to your way. What are the 4 things that you're bringing in? I find it easy to find things that I'm grateful for and the 4 people to send things to send love and light to. I mean, I just kind of go with the first 4 people that pop into my head. And then this one is a challenge for me. What am I bringing in? Because I don't want to feel selfish, but it's, I think, important for us to go in and see, what do you want to bring in? What do you actually want to bring into your life? What do you want more of? So, food for thought. Send your legs out. Bring your arms down by your side. If you need anything else, then go ahead and do that. Whenever you're finished, you'll hug your knees in, roll over to the side, and then come on up. And if you can just sit for a moment or two and have a little brief meditation, that'll be good for you. Otherwise, have an amazing day. But I recommend that you stay in Shavasana at least for a couple of minutes. All right. I'll see you next time. Have an amazing day.